Good morning, guys. All right, we got ready. We got out early. If you are new here, hi. If you are not new here, thanks for coming back. But if you are new, my name is Bram. I post videos Monday through Fridays, all about fashion, luxury, lifestyle, shopping, and travel. So if those are things that are interesting to you, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and become a member of my growing YouTube family. All right, so it is Saturday morning. We meaning Carol and I, take my daughter to a class where we are not close to home, so we sit and hang out while she's in the class. Usually we get coffee. Usually I don't get such a big one, but I'm trying to stay awake this morning. And we get a snack. So Carol just finished her bacon, egg, and Gouda snack. I ate her bread, and it's 11:30, which I shouldn't have done because you want to get out? Want to get out and go pee somewhere? All right, let's do that. Let's take a drive. I should absolutely not have done that because I try my best to not eat until 3. As you guys know, it controls my hunger for the rest of the day. But it's hard on Saturday mornings because we're just kind of like sitting here. So unless I have just recently taken my shot, it's hard to make it through 2-3 o'clock on Saturday mornings, especially because we're just like out and about all day. I wake up early every day for the most part, but if I'm just sitting at home or whatever, like I don't, I'm not looking for something to do, and that's when the food situation comes in. Anyway, we're gonna go find, I don't know if we're gonna go find something to do or what. I don't know, guys. I don't want to be so boring for you guys today. I apologize. So normally when we're over here, I didn't even finish my intro. What's the matter with me? I don't know where we're going. I don't know where we're going, Carol. We're gonna find a nice street and have you walk on it. Okay, I'm gonna finish my intro now. Obviously, I have asked you to subscribe if you like this type of content. Obviously, I don't think I'm doing a good. There's not a good representation at the moment of. We need gas. Okay, of the content that I do. I look a little all over the place, but in general, if you like talking about those things that I mentioned and you would like to follow along, then we would love to have you. Also, hit the subscribe button, yes. Also, hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload videos. I say we, like Carol and I are doing the work, but it's really me. So when I upload videos, Mondays through Fridays, typically, and I know it's early in the video, but if you do like it, I would love a thumbs up. It would make my day. And last but not least, I'm going to put up my Instagram handle right here, just in case you aren't already following me over there. I think we took a wrong turn, puppy. I think we have to turn back around to get gas before we attempt to do anything else today. So we're going to get gas. We're going to walk her somewhere. She only likes to go on grass, which is, gas. Anyway, which is annoying. There's a lot of road work happening out here. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. My daughter is going to a movie tonight with her friend. So who said he would drive her, but hard stop on that. I know a lot of you guys, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Whoever has like teenage kids or whatever, what do you think about that? When my son was 16, 17, sometimes he was allowed to drive with his friends. Not so much. But I can't see anything. So, anyway, my point being is that sometimes I would allow him to go out with his friends. He drove relatively early, whereas my daughter is still not driving yet. She's 17, and I'm just not ready for that yet. Thanks for the help, guys. Anyway, they were blocking the whole thing with the truck, and there was like 20 of them, and instead of telling me like, okay, now you can go ahead because there's no traffic, they're just talking to each other. So let me know what you think about your kids in cars with their friends. For me, I think it's where I came from. I was riding the train with my friends. Like, we didn't have to worry about cars. I might have gotten into like 1 or 2 random cars, like whatever, but we didn't, I don't know, not random cars. Like, I would have like older friends from like other boroughs that drove, like, because in Manhattan nobody drove, but like, because there was nowhere to park. But like, if you were from like the Bronx, or you were from Queens, or you were from Brooklyn, you might have a car. Queens usually had cars, just because they're a little more spread out, but you might have a car. So I did get into cars, you know, sometimes. I don't know if my mother even knew about that, but I just am nervous about the car situation. Not even like she's a good kid, and obviously she's 17, and I don't even want to talk about that, but I'm just talking about the danger of nowadays. Like, back then, nobody texted and drove. Nobody spoke on the phone and drove. You literally were just listening to music and you were driving. Whereas obviously today, it's a very, very different story. And that's what makes me very nervous, is that I don't know how these kids drive. I don't know if they pay attention. You know what I mean? So what are your thoughts on it? Because most likely what is going to happen is I am going to... Do you want this or not, puppy? Look. I am going to drive her to the movie theater and wait. I don't know if I'm going to go home or whatever. That doesn't really matter. But I am going to drive her, and I am going to take her home. And she is not going to be in somebody else's car. So I'd like to know, like I said, what your thoughts are. Yeah. If you haven't been here before, I didn't drive until I was 27. So for me, my husband drove, and we met at 18. So, you know, he always drove me. But again, he was from another borough, and so he had a car early and whatever. But like, I'd never even really wanted a car until I had 2 kids, and I didn't want to like go up and down the train stairs with them anymore. It's just more of a hassle than anything else. So I understand the car culture out here is totally, totally different. But it definitely just makes me worried. And I think mainly because this is not back in the day when all we had to worry about was like staring down trying to choose a CD while we were driving. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway, let me go get gas. I'll be right back, guys. Puppy, you wait here. You wait here, my baby. Just wait right there. Maybe we'll park after this. Maybe we'll look for a Wawa, because there is no parking. Oh, there is parking over here. Okay. So I think what we're going to do after... Okay. I'm going to fill up, obviously, first. And then we're going to go into the gas station. And I have... It's been sitting here forever, but I might be a multi-millionaire. You never know. All right. We're going to go inside and check out if we won the lottery. I'll let you guys know. And... what else do we need to do, puppy head? I think I'm just going to walk her real quick right around here if I can and get her. She can go to the bathroom. And yeah, I think so. Okay, I'll be back. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but didn't win. I did not win. So Carol and I are literally behind the gas station, hoping that she'll go to the bathroom before we get in the car. Oh, Carol. You see that? Puppy, say hi. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And I don't know if you can hear that. There's a car wash back here. So anyway, I'm waiting for her to go to the bathroom. It's really freaking hot. And then I don't know what we're going to do, to be honest. We have another hour to kill. Nowhere to go. I'll probably just sit and watch YouTubes in the car. It's a beautiful day, as you can see, just very, very, very hot. So yeah, like nothing exciting, guys. Like I said, I want to go grab some Havianas. Maybe we'll do that either today or tomorrow. We'll go to Lincoln Road and just go see what's going on over there. Oh, I did want to say, because I have on a different little jewelry well, not really. This is my EPI. I always say Epi because of Louis Vuitton, but The brand is called EPI. It's linked below with the coupon code. It is my floating 3-carat moissanite on fish line or whatever, which I love. The other necklace here is from a company, I want to say called, oh God, I might butcher this. I got it like 2 years ago, but I believe it's a staple, like a staple on their site. It is called Forever Jewels maybe, or something like that. I don't know. I will link it below. It's just literally a gold chain, which next to the fish line does look gold, but if you're wearing it like kind of by itself, it's very it's very thin. It's almost like you can't notice the chain at all, but it just has this on the side, which I think is so cute. It does come to the front a little bit. I have experimented with putting charms on, sorry guys, charms on the actual, is there a problem? You ever just want to like what is the problem? She's on a leash that I know, you know, I appreciate the initial honk because obviously Carol is on a leash. She's walking back here. We're on the grass. We are not even on the ground. Like there's a clear separation. And so he honks, which is fine, like no problem. But then he looks at me like I'm like the worst person in the world. First of all, she's on a locked leash. She can't get over there. Like, control your emotions, people, and stop assuming that you know what's going on. I appreciate the honk to let me know. Carol, just go to the bathroom, to let me know that you're coming. But don't, like, for whatever reason, if you're thinking that like I had no idea, I don't know, just the look he gave me was like, okay. Someone needs to go back to sleep and wake up on the right side of the bed, right, puppy head? Unless that's his constant demeanor. And then that's a whole nother story. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I think it's called Forever Jewels. I'm not 100% sure, but I will find out for you. And I will link it below. They have really, really cute things, but I love that. I have experimented with putting like, you know, charms or like pendants or whatever on this actual chain. And it does help in terms of keeping this to the side. But I think all necklaces kind of move. So it's one of those things that you just kind of have to, oh, puppy. We dropped something. Yeah, but I do feel like it is one of those things that you just have to make sure I have everything. Okay, so yeah, so I just think it's one of those things that you just have to constantly keep adjusting because that's what I do with necklaces anyway. Okay, you ready, puppy? You are obviously not going to the bathroom, so let's go. She's just rolling around in the grass over here. Come on, baby. Can you come on? Let's go back to the car where it's cool. Carol, please, baby. All right, guys, we're back in the car. She did not want to get back in the car. Okay, anyway, so yeah, like I said, you could put some like pendants here and it will weigh it down so that the lightning bolt stays on the side. But I like it by itself, and I love to layer necklaces. I just get annoyed with it getting twisted up. That's why usually you don't see me. Usually don't see me with a lot of necklaces for that reason. So anyway, that's it. Like I said, I'll link it below. All right, I probably have repeated myself a million times. Where are we gonna go now, guys? We have a fucking hour. What are we gonna do? Carol didn't even pee. But at least she got some outside time, I guess. Anyway, now I'm thinking that maybe the guy was looking at me crazy because I was literally filming myself, which is always my biggest thing. But I think I'm getting over it. Like I didn't even assume this time that he was like looking at me funny because I was filming myself. I assumed that he was looking at me funny for having Carol walking back there. It was at the big patch of grass. You saw. I don't know, maybe that's a good sign in terms of my like mental space with this vlogging situation. I did bring my new camera. We are gonna try it. We're gonna try it when we get somewhere like shopping. I'd like to know if any of you guys vlog, how do you hold your camera like in the car? If you are not using your phone to film while you're driving, what are you using? Are you using your camera, and are you using like is there like something to hold it or whatever? Because I have like the most perfect phone holder right here that I love. It is actually, and it's honestly good for everything. I like it because before I was even doing this, I've had it for like probably over a year now, so that I can, if I'm sitting in the car, like waiting for my daughter or like whatever, I can actually like watch YouTubes and like it's propped up. As I'm driving, I can put on podcasts or YouTubes, and not that I'm watching them, but it is propped up so that I'm not constantly looking for the phone or like doing stuff while I'm driving. It just kind of is like hands-free and it's right there. Also, in case somebody calls, you don't have to find the, just all of that's, well, I guess you would see it on the screen, but you know what I'm saying. I just think it's hands-free, and for this it worked very well. But what do people use for their actual cameras if they're doing it on their cameras? And I know that some people must. I'm assuming, because sometimes I'll hear like real music in the background, and if your phone is connected to all of the stuff, I wouldn't be hearing like real music in the background. You know what I mean? Because that would usually be coming from your phone, I guess. And your phone will be attached to Bluetooth. I don't know. I guess there are ways that that's not the case, but it would be annoying to disconnect your phone from Bluetooth or Apple Play and then to put like the radio on, or I don't know. Anyway, I'm assuming that people film on their real cameras in the car. Anyway, we have 40 minutes. We're just gonna do, I guess, a little bit of driving around. Let's see what else is going on out here. Oh, that looks good. I should have just gotten a freaking real sandwich from like a real place. All right, well, I'll be back. All right, guys, we're literally gonna sit back in front of Starbucks and probably catch up on some YouTubes, I guess. My daughter read this book that she wants me to start reading, and I'll probably just do it on like Audible. It is called Ward D. If any of you have read it, let me know. She absolutely loved it, but it was the first like full novel she's ever read. And then I told her we got her The Housemaid's Tale, or no, The Housemaid's Tale. Come on, guys. I don't know, one of those books with the housemaid in the keyhole. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'll put it up on the screen. Anyway, so she's almost done with that one and she loves it. And I love reading, but I hate reading and not being able to talk to anybody about it. Like, I would totally do a book club. So I was like, we should do a book club and talk about it. So, I've never actually been in a book club before, but I like the idea. So anyway, so she wanted me to start reading Ward D, but I also like, while I really like listening to books on Audible, and it makes me definitely like read more, you know what I mean? Like, I've gone through more stories, but it's not reading. Like, I like to like have a book and be in like in a comfortable spot and actually read. The only problem is nowadays it just puts me to sleep, which I guess is a good thing. I should probably do that before going to bed. But I also need, I sleep with the TV on because I need noise. Who else needs noise when they sleep? Let me know if am I weird or what? I think it's just like growing up with loud things outside, like too quiet, I find myself when it's too quiet thinking while I'm sleeping. Whereas if I have something in the background that's just kind of like whatever, it could really be anything, then I can sleep through it. But the minute that the TV turns off, I wake up. I hate that. And then it's like my mind is going. I can't turn my mind off ever. So that's why I need noise to drown out my mind thoughts. Anyway, let me know if like, I know there's other people out there, but let me know like how you guys, like, is it the same? Is it different? Whatever. So, all right, we're just sitting here. I don't know what to do with my life. We're sitting outside of, okay, puppy girl is exhausted now from her food and her roll in the grass. We're just sitting here. There's not much going on in this little mall area, besides obviously the Goodwill that I'm tired of at this point. I just don't have it in me to go look through there. And honestly, it's not my thing. I was excited the first day, but while I like this whole vintage route, yeah, like the vintage stores that I used to go to when I was growing up were not Goodwill. They were like these cool, like downtown. There was a lot of them in the West Village and in like Soho and in the East Village. There was a lot of them down there, but they were more curated. Like you would go in and like I think I've told you guys before, they would have like vinyl records. A lot of it, obviously, because this was the 90s, was like the 60s and the 70s clothes and some 80s clothes, and you could find like really, really cool pieces. But nowadays, like, I mean, I think that number one, the curated vintage stores nowadays know what they have, and so they are expensive. Because there's a few that I've gone into that I look and I'm like, you're selling this for that much? Like anything with a semi-name brand on it is going for crazy. And I'm not even talking about like a luxury name brand. I'm talking about like Betsy Johnson, like Dollhouse, like XOXO. Do you guys remember those brands from the 90s? Like those things were going for a lot, and they weren't even a lot back then. You know, they're going for more than they were worth back then. And yeah, so, but a good curated collection would weed out things. Like I'm looking for like Levi's, and I'm looking for like things like that, like Parasucos. Like give me some like interesting brand names. The problem with the Goodwill is that obviously we know it's not curated, but the majority of what's in there, and I've watched some thrifting YouTubes, so I was aware that this was probably going to be the case, but it's a lot of fast fashion. Almost every single thing in there is Forever 21, Zara, Fashion Nova, H&M. It's all just a bunch of, I'm not going to say crap, because like I shop at Zara mainly, and I spent years shopping at Forever 21, probably like everybody else, and you know, but they don't wear well. So, you know, it's nothing that's like standing the test of time, and it's nothing that, like, if it's something cool, I'm cool with wearing what somebody else has worn, obviously washing it, but you know what I mean. If it's in good condition and it's like a cool piece that I would never find anywhere else. But the majority of what's in there is like tank tops and like a lot of things that I can still get in store now. So while I understand it's only $5 from there, and I get it, like if that's your position, and you never know what happens in life. So that could be someone's position where they can only afford that, and that is cool, and I'm glad that it exists for that reason. But for me, I don't need to take away from people that actually need it at that price, especially if it's not anything special. I'm trying to really stop myself from purchasing anything that I don't think is special and like important to have. I have all the basics. I have all the, you know what I mean? What else was I going to talk about with you guys while we're on a roll here? Oh, so you guys know about my stod issue with that bag that I wanted. But now, of course, the longer I don't get something, the more it kind of fades away from my mind. It's so crazy. It fades away from my mind a little bit, which is fine, but I still want it, but I'm just not going out of my way to get it. What I do want now is like the Coach. I'm going to put a picture up here. It's the Coach little shaped bags. So I'm kind of in between. I don't like dinosaurs, but the dinosaur one is actually pretty cool. But I think I want the heart, because the heart is I have a few heart bags. I know that. I have 2 heart bags. But this one is very reminiscent of like the Moschino, the way that it's shaped. Well, obviously like a heart, but the way, like the size and everything. There's a Moschino one that was, I guess, reissued, I believe, recently, that is like an older version that's so cool. It also is kind of like the Chanel Vanity. Like, I'm really, really liking it. I don't know what color to get, guys, though. I'm sort of wondering if I'm leaning towards yellow, because I feel like yellow is the color of the season. It's not very expensive. It would be a perfect... I don't really have any yellow bags, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it's so cute. Or do we just go classically, like, red? I'm not sure, but I think I've moved on from the stud, at least for now. I definitely want to add a Tommy bag into my collection at some point, but I'm thinking that I like the heart-shaped bag better. What I am liking is that there is a ton of sales this weekend, so I'm kind of waiting for like all of these companies to send me like the coupon codes or whatever, so that I can save some money. I already bought one thing on sale, which I'm excited to show you. I can't just send you the picture. Like, I can't just put the pictures up, because you guys are going to think they're so ugly. I know it. This is not for everybody, but I am going to, when they come in, hopefully they fit. And I'll show you in like person, so you can see them on and stuff like that, because my vision for them, I used to own a pair a long, long time ago, and they just have kind of like resurfaced, and I'm excited to try them now in a fashion sense, because I used to wear them as like going to the park with my kids type of sense. So a little bit different now. So I'm excited to show you that. What else, guys? There is a website called Queen of Sparkles that has a good sale going on now that I'm super excited about, and hopeful that I can grab some pieces at good deals. But a lot of the sizes are sold out. And other than that, yeah, like I don't know if the Coach is going to go on sale or what, but the cherry little mules from Coach are on sale. Yeah, like they did go on sale. You can't buy them at the store, which is highly annoying, but they are on sale, and I would love to grab those, because they're $122 for a pair of cherry mules. Like, you can't beat that. And especially right now with all this like cherry craze, because even though they're Coach, but like they're Coach, which is good, I guess is my point, and they're the price of any other shoe that you would purchase, even from like Steve Madden or whatever, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go look online now, and I'm gonna see if those heart bags are available in store to take a look at, because maybe we'll do that. Oh God, I mean, you know, I try not to shop. I try my best. I have this one bag coming that I told you guys I'm so excited about. I'm trying not to spend anything until it gets here, because it is so like, this is gonna be the crowning jewel in my collection. Yeah. But you know, I'm like, you know how we we just see things all over the place, and they're beautiful, and you want them, and then I just a lot of times I try to wait myself out, you know, and it works a lot of the times, but sometimes it doesn't work. So anyway, I'll be back. What do you guys think about like colorful beads for summer? Or this one, guys. This one has like a fish or something hanging from it. It's cute. So cute. We're back in Zara. These are like so high, they're up to my titties and I can't breathe. Okay, no good. Obviously this is not the right outfit, but it's cool. Very safari. I don't know. Hey guys, okay. I am back in the car, obviously, and we are headed home. I'm tired. Okay guys, this hair is so sweaty, it's not gonna stay straight, that's for sure. And it was like a real pain in the ass to get dry because I'm just like, I guess still from my little rollerblading ride. I'm just still sweating. And I sweat from my head, which is actually why the only reason I feel like I don't like to work out, because I would love to rollerblade every day and I feel good when I work out, but the problem is like, oh, it's just gonna, I can't, like I won't wash my hair every day and I won't do it every day because then my hair is very fine and dry, so I won't put all that extra heat and all of that. I hate my natural hair, honestly, because it's just, it used to be, I feel like, bigger and fluffier. I have a lot of very, very fine hair, actually, to the point where every time I brush it or I'm in the shower, I feel like I lose like a whole head of hair, but it doesn't make a difference in terms of like what I still have. However, it's very frizzy, and I think it was curlier when I was younger. I think I have never let it just do its own thing. So I've definitely made it straighter over the years. Now it's just like wavy frizzy. So there's no more curls. Definitely, it just is like, I don't like it at all. So I always straighten it, but I try to do it only once a week And look at her, my face and my head sweat so much that it just, even just putting it like in a ponytail, like I never understand how people can work out with their hair down because my hair would be soaking wet. So I just have to figure out a way that I can put my hair into something, I guess, doable, so that I don't have to, I can work out, but I don't have to wash it every day, because I just won't. So anyway, if you saw, I went rollerblading. I showed you a little bit. I wanted to use, I actually brought my new camera so that I could vlog it. However, I was so like wobbly that I got nervous that I was gonna smash the new camera. So I did not use that. I just used my phone. I really have to start using the new camera. I will. The problem is that it won't connect to the cloud. And that was part of the reason that I got it. So I definitely need to call like tech support or something. You see, I'm so hot. Oh my God. I have to call like tech support or something like that, I guess, to see if they can help me, because it's telling me like certain things to do with my router to connect the camera to it so that it's on the same Wi-Fi, but it's not working. And anyway, that was part of the reason, because I wanted to be able to upload it to my phone and then still continue to edit from my phone. But I would have to use the memory card and do the editing on my laptop, which I'm just not familiar with yet, I guess, which will be fine once I am, but I don't know, I get nervous with like changing technology things around. Oh my God, my hair already is like soaking wet already. It feels so gross, honestly. So this is why I put my hair up in a ponytail immediately. I do not like it. Wintertime I can do it. It's 96. No, I think it's 88 today, but it feels like 96 with the humidity and all that. So yeah, I don't even, I'm not even going to, sometimes I like to give my hair like a day or two break from the ponytail, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just too hot. I just can't handle it. So that's it. I have like hair everywhere. It's driving me crazy. We're just gonna put it up in a ponytail, even though it looks decent, but if you can see, it's already starting to frizz, and I don't like to go over it too much with the heat, so I just have to keep it off my neck. So yeah, my head, my face, my head, and my neck are just like, I sweat so bad. And even when I have Botox, I don't know, I know that like Botox, and I have Botox, so I don't know, well, it's wearing off. I need to go get more. I have 300 of these. Every time, depending on what color my hair is, I just buy a new pack. And I have them absolutely everywhere in the whole house. So anyway, yeah, I sweat so much. And I know that Botox is supposed to help with like the hydro or whatever. I don't know if it's in your palms or, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's supposed to help with like the excessive sweating, but this is clean. It's just looks like this from my hair dye. I just keep rags in around the house, because when I have my, it's like I said, I washed it, but when I do my hair dye, obviously you clean up like around here, and I just use the same ones over and over again, because why not? I don't want to waste stuff, you know? Fill the landfills up more with crap. So it doesn't look pretty, but it's clean. Anyway, what else? Okay, I think that's it. So, yep, we rollerbladed. Oh my God, it's so hot. So hot. We rollerbladed. I just put my lotion on, which is part of the reason that I'm sweating like crazy. Rollerblading was fun. It was interesting. I forgot. So I went straight down the beach. You would have seen already. I didn't get as much footage as I would have gotten just because I wasn't so stable, I guess. Next time, when I get more stable, I will definitely do a better job. But it was very busy today too, and I did at one point completely bust my ass. There's a lot of, and I forgot about this, but there's a lot of like differences in the ground, like different types of stone being used, different, you know, and so when it's nice and smooth, of course that's amazing, but a lot of times, you know, there's like little holes, there's little manholes, there's things that you have to avoid that, like, I guess, you know, when you're used to doing it, you're good, but I have not been able, like, you know, doing this for a good 20 years, so yeah, anyway, but it was fun. It was fun. I think that next time, first of all, I wasn't prepared. I didn't have, like, I had my little fanny pack, but I didn't have a spot for water, so I had like a water thing in there, so I didn't bring my shoes. And so when I finally was so like, I guess I went for about an hour, which is not bad, but on the way back, I mean, I definitely got like some sun, and I hadn't eaten yet, and I only had freaking Pellegrino because that was all we had in the house. I didn't have like a bottle of water, and I wasn't gonna carry a Stanley. So at the corner of the block, I took my shoes off and just like walked to the house in my socks. I just couldn't take any more. But up until that point, it was good. I think what I forgot is that you definitely need thigh power, because it keeps you balanced, and you should like be a little bit forward. And every time my thighs would get tired and I would go back, that's when I would, like, you know, start to get like wobbly. So that just makes me think that maybe I need to go do some, like, you know, like thigh work in the gym, you know, like extensions and reductions and squats and all that stuff, because that's key. But I will go back again. I figure I'll do my hair today, that way I can do pictures and film and whatever else I need to do looking decent in the next few days, and then after that I can go, like, every day I can go rollerblading through the weekend and end of the week and all that stuff. So it was fun. It was fun. We'll definitely be doing it again. And I just have to get my daughter on rollerblades, because it's definitely more fun to go with somebody. Like when I was rollerblading when I was, you know, growing up, like a lot of us rollerbladed or rode our bikes or whatever. Not me, but I didn't ride a bike, but you know, like I would go out with my best friend all the time, and when we were in high school, and she would ride her bike and I would rollerblade. I was obviously much slower than her because a bike is much faster, but it's funny, like actually thinking about it, but she would wait for me and we would go hang out and whatever. And yeah, the good old days. And so anyway, all right guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I have not eaten yet. I am starving. I'm thinking about sushi. So I think I'm gonna take Carol and go sit outside at one of my places that I like. Oh, I did want to show you this. I don't use it because it actually breaks me out. But if anybody has excessive sweating issues, it never used to break me out. It breaks me out now for whatever reason. Maybe my skin has changed or whatever. But anybody who has anywhere excessive sweating issues anywhere, I used to use this all the time. It's called Sweat Block. I'll link it below. It's an antiperspirant wipe. And you literally use it for like a week straight, and it reduces your sweat. So it basically, like, you have to keep it up. So I'm cleaning the sink because all of this fucking hair. You have to keep it up, but like I used to do it like once a week, but it really, really helps in my opinion. It is like, it really works. For me, it was just making me very raw right here this last time, but previously I've had no issues with it. So anyway, I'll link it below if anybody wants to try it out. And yeah, let's see where we go now. I'll talk to you guys in a little while. So there's music in here, so I'm probably gonna have to filter that out. But I came to my favorite sushi restaurant to refuel. My daughter didn't want to come, and apparently she didn't want Carol to come either. So now it's just me, and I'm sitting inside for the first time in like forever. And I don't know how to act without Carol. It's so weird. But it's hot out, which is why she didn't want to let me bring her. So anyway, we're waiting for our sushi. I'm having edamame, and the music is loud, and the people are staring. All right, guys. So I think we're gonna end it here. Obviously I'm coming back in from the restaurant, and I am going to go, I don't know, it's only 5 o'clock. So I'm scared that if I go lay down, which I would like to, I will fall asleep. And oh, my ass hurts from falling earlier. So I'm gonna go take an Advil, I guess. I even have a really big freaking bruise, I can tell. Oh man. Anyway, I guess that's it. I might go to the office and film some videos later if I get a second wind, so that I have everything done for the week, because there's some things that I would like to focus on in terms of like vlogging and stuff like that, if I can get ahead of myself here. And that's it. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I feel like we did a little bit more than normal, which is cool. So I feel like I'm getting a little bit more comfortable out and about, you know, with the camera and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, okay. So I guess we'll finish. If you have stayed this far, I absolutely appreciate you. If you have not already subscribed, why not? It is so simple. Just go hit that button. And obviously notifications so that you know when I upload, which at the moment is Monday through Friday. And if you liked this video, I would love it if you could give me a thumbs up. It helps me immensely. Other than that, I will throw up my Instagram handle one more time right over here, just in case you have not already come over there and hit follow. And I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Okay, I'm gonna leave another video right over here, just in case you haven't already seen it and you would like to. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Bye.